It's Mo the Pro. I just wrapped my hair, so it's already put up for the night. I just shampooed it and silk pressed it through the morning when I got off a live last night in the middle of the morning. I wanted to come through and talk about networking tonight. I had a great day today, and I want to talk about that. Networking is when you go and you get around other like minded individuals that are most likely strangers to you, okay? And y'all talk, y'all chat, y'all have conversations, y'all get to know each other, what y'all got going on, and y'all link with people and y'all link each other with different stuff, right? It's so dope. It's like almost kind of like a fair kind of situation, you know, like with different vendors, and all of the different vendors get to go through and kind of like chat with other vendors, like, well, what you got, what you do, okay, what you got, what you do, okay, how long you been doing this, how you get into this, you know, things of that nature. And then vibes just go from there, and you connect with who you need to connect with, and man, you never know who you connecting with, right? So I know that talking to people can be challenging for people that are introverted. I'm introverted myself. I can be extroverted at times because I do like to have fun, but the older that I get, the more conservative that I truly am. I've always kind of been just a little bit reserved, and if I was being extroverted, baby, I must have been in a setting where I was really comfortable and probably like out of town and away from home, because that's when I get the cut up. But never while I'm at home, 'cause so me being that way, it's hard for me to talk to people sometimes. It's hard for me to approach people with conversation. It's hard for me to do the reaching out. Um, when people speak to me, I'm a little bit better about engaging in conversation, because I'm the type of person, like, once you get me going, I'm going, and I love to talk, especially if you stimulate my intellect. That's usually what an introvert is all about. You have to pick that nerd brain. You know what I mean? You got to figure out what's going on inside that introvert and what stimulates him. And then once you find that spot, they chatty Cathy, okay? Because introverts love to talk about what they think about on the inside. They just are kind of weird about letting it out, right? So I'm that way, and it's very hard for me to approach strangers with conversation. But as a new business owner, I have learned that you got to. You gotta go out and talk to strangers. How else are people gonna know about your business? Nobody is gonna know about your business and what you got going on if you don't tell them about it. So this means getting out. This means approaching people. This means talking to strangers. This means, talking to potential clients and prospects. This just means putting yourself out there and talking to people in general, period. So with that being said, one of my clients, he's in real estate, and he's got a whole bunch of contacts. He's networking all the time, because that's what realtors do. They network their tails off. They got to, because that's how they make their commission. All right, so he always comes in and he's always just encouraging me about different networking opportunities and things of that nature. Hey, how you doing? He's always encouraging me about like networking and getting out there, going to go put my flyers and stuff out there, going to go put my cards out there and things like that. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Hi, everybody. I'm glad to hear that. I hope everybody is doing well. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm just having to talk about networking, especially for like introverts, and how that can be challenging for people when you're first getting into talking to strangers and, chatting with people that you don't know about things that are personal and passionate for you. That can be a little bit intimidating. So my client, he comes in and he's telling me, oh, you should go to this and you should check out that, and I'm gonna send you this contact. He gave me the contact like 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, I sat on it for 2 weeks because life was happening, things were happening, and I was like, I'm not ready to have this conversation. But really, it was the introvert in me that was like procrastinating because I was nervous to reach out to somebody that I had never spoken with before. I didn't really kind of know what to say. It just kind of felt a little awkward for me, and I was nervous. You know what I mean? I must be nervous now. I'm knocking stuff down. Hi, hey Samantha. How you doing? Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. That's so sweet. I've been working on my tone. I've been working on that. I try to give people a nice, warm vibe when they come to me and like when they come in my shop. I play soft music on all my videos and stuff because I think people think best when they're in a relaxed state of mind. So I try to. Do I like fried chicken? Black, of course I like fried chicken. Is that a question? Hi, Samantha. Thank you so much for subscribing. That means the world to me. Y'all subscribing to my little old channel. Y'all just don't know how much that means to me. And thank you for just sitting here and being on this live with me, too. Like, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all's time and for y'all even listening. I have lots of great things that I'll be wanting to share with people, and to know that it's resonating with people and that y'all like it. It's like, I'm so happy about that. Yeah, of course I do. Of course I like fried chicken. Extra crispy. I like to hear that crunch when I bite into it. You getting me off topic. Who said that? John, you getting me off topic. Back to networking. So he gave me this contact and I was afraid to text her. And he told me, like, she's in this women's networking group. You would be perfect for it. You would love it. Y'all would vibe. Tell her I sent you. Like, just text her, reach out, tell her I sent you. And I was like, okay. And he came in a whole nother time. So his hair's grown out. He done came in for another haircut. And he's like, well, did you talk to her? And I'm like, no. I had a lot going on. And I was like, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And so something just lit a fire under my butt. Over the weekend, I went out and I did fundraising for my business, like accepting donations for my baked goods. And I had to put myself out there to strangers and ask them if they wanted sweet treats. And that was, oh, thank you, Esther. Thank you, Ava. Thank y'all. Y'all are so sweet. I love y'all so much for doing that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. My channel is all about like hair care, holistic hair care, how to care for your hair better. But it's also about like business and networking, life in general, because we all need to learn how to navigate through life to the best of our ability. So anything that I find that kind of like helps me, I like to come bring it to other people and share it with them too. So I love to do this kind of, I'm working on bringing more content that isn't just about hair, because I got so much more to give, like this about networking for introverts. So something lit a fire under me, and I think it was putting myself out there to sell my baked goods over the weekend. And that kind of went well. So the next day I was kind of like on a high. So I said, you know what? I'm going to text her. So I did. And it took a while for her to text me back, but she texted me back, and she, she was nice. She was nice, but I was still probably just a little bit socially awkward. It's text messages, so things can be kind of weird, especially when you texting somebody you don't know, right? And she was like, well, let's do a one-on-one. And she called me and we talked, and I was able to hear her voice and kind of pick up her vibe a little bit more. And I was like, okay, I'm excited. So we did a one-on-one, and we set it up for today, and I'm nervous, but I'm excited, right? So I put on my little cute dress, and I did my hair, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go. I took my product. I was like, we're gonna go, we're gonna talk, and we're just gonna see y'all. When I say the vibes were amazing, I was moved to tears several times throughout the talk. We sat there and we talked for 2.5 hours, okay? We got so engaged in conversation. I have never met this woman before in my life until today. And we got so engaged in conversation, and the vibes were just so good. She ended up connecting me with other people. She ended up connecting me with the networking group. Like, she ended up connecting me with a lot of stuff. She's gonna come to the salon. We're gonna work on her hair. Like, it was more than I could have ever even thought that it would be. And if I had let the introvert in me cause me to not jump out and do that, I would have never made that contact. Now I have a new contact that's also connected me to other contacts. And the great thing about these contacts is everybody is like-minded. Everybody is business driven. Everybody is trying to do better. Everybody is looking at growth. Everybody is looking at improving. And where you're on that kind of journey, you have to surround yourself with people that are doing the same things, because that's where you're going to get all your strength from. That's where you're going to get all your pushes from. Like my client, he pushed me. He pushed me like, girl, go network. Girl, call her. Send her a text message. Like, he pushed me. And had he not done that, I probably would have never did it. I've been open for 3 months and I have yet to like just, well, I take that back. I did it over the weekend. That was my first time opening myself up to like look people face to face and say, here's my card. I do holistic hair care, blah, blah, blah. Like, I did one other time, but I was real scared that night. And I was like, probably so nervous that it probably didn't even sink in with people what I was saying, because I was so nervous. But over the weekend, I told people about my business and I put myself out there, and I did it again today. Over the weekend again, Sunday, I reached out and we spoke yesterday and set this up for today. And great things are happening because of it. So when it comes to networking, you never know who you're talking to. You never know who has your next opportunity in their hands. You never know who's like the missing key to your next level, to helping you unlock that new door that you're trying to get through. So I try to be Ava. I really do try to be. I think that when we become positive on the inside, that we have no choice but to radiate positive things and also bring positive things to ourselves. So I try to think positively when things happen that, intimidate me or challenge me. I try to think about them positively. I never try to tell myself what I can't do, always what I can do. And I tell other people to do the same. Like when my friends or anybody comes to me and they having issues, I say, okay, let's think solutions. I've retrained my brain, because I was not always this way. It's taken a few years, the last 3-4 years, I would say, for me to really develop this mindset of like, okay, what can we do? Let's talk solutions. Because the minute that you begin to say that you can't, you shut your brain down. And did y'all know that our thoughts have power? Like whatever you're thinking in your brain, like it has power. It literally, your thoughts have frequency and it goes up to the atmosphere and it comes back down in manifestation. I might be going too deep, but our thoughts have energy. And so it's so important to think positive thoughts and to think positive things and to speak positively over yourself, over your life, your situations, your children, your family, your friends. Just positive, because the more you speak positive, the more you think positive, and it's going to continue to come out of your mouth. And as you speak it, your words also have power. They have frequency. Then they send off vibration. And the more that you have positive things flowing from you, the more it just radiates like sunlight. And you want that. You want to shine your light on other people so that they can shine their light too. Like, I wish everybody would do it, but that's wishful thinking. That's wishful thinking. But I'm learning that, your people are out there. So like your tribe is out there. Your group of like-minded people are out there. And you got to get out there and network until you find your people. And honestly, they out there. And once y'all get to connecting, when you connect with somebody and it's like y'all connect so good, you would think that you've been knowing this person, like y'all get that comfortable with each other. Y'all talking like real life and stuff that y'all done been through and stuff with each other. Like those type of like situations and those little connections are powerful. You just never know who you're talking to. So I try to talk to everybody now, and just kind of feel everybody out and let them fill me out too so that I can find my people. I've been finding my people. My people been finding me. And I pray that people continue to find me and, I'm able to help, uplift, and inspire and empower. I believe that that's my purpose, to uplift, to empower, to help people feel confident, motivated. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to spend my days doing. So with my hair care, I found a holistic approach to hair care, and I'm using that to help people fall in love with their hair. People who have things like hair loss, people who have maybe thinning and alopecia in their edges, people who suffer from scalp buildup. I used to suffer from scalp buildup, and it can be embarrassing when you have a lot of buildup and dandruff coming from your scalp, and you go to brush your hair or whatever, and it's white flakes on your shoulders, and things of that nature. It can be embarrassing, and so I help with scalp problems, and scalp care improves the health of the hair. And I explain to my clients about hair knowledge and education and help them to feel more empowered wearing their own hair. And it's amazing. I would wake up and do it for free if I had to. Like, I love helping people to feel their best. That's really what I'm passionate about. And so I want to do more of that and help people to do that here on YouTube too. I want to help empower as many people as I can to take better care of their scalps and their hair, because it's a walking reflection of you. Your hair is like your crown, and you should look in the mirror and love what you see with nothing else, with no makeup, no lashes, no extra, just you. You should look in the mirror and you should love what you see. And if you don't, let's talk about why. Let's get to the holistics of the situation. What's going on? What is going on that's affecting the whole? Because one little issue can affect the function of the whole entire thing. And that's what holistic and looking at something holistically is all about. And I love that. Oh, Esther, I love y'all. Y'all are so sweet. Tell me about y'all, where y'all from and what y'all do and stuff like that. I like to engage with people because, again, you never know who you're talking to. Do y'all have kids? How old are y'all? I'm nosy. Washington. How is the weather out there? I heard Washington is like really kind of cloudy and rainy and things of that nature all the time. How's the weather out there? I've never been. Can you see the White House from where you live? I've always wanted to go out there. I've heard that I have some clients that travel back and forth like from Washington, or they used to live there, and they say that it's kind of cloudy and gray and rainy. Okay. Look, I've seen that you can see like the White House from like what they would consider, I guess, like the not so great side of town. And it was like a couple of streets behind us. You can see the White House from here. I was like, that's wild. Michigan. Okay, Ava. I've been to Michigan before. Only one time. Girl, why I go in the winter? I went in like January. It was so much snow. I almost lost my mind, y'all. I'm from Texas. It's hot out here. We rarely see snow. And when we do, it's gone in like a day or two. It never just like snows like that. I went to Michigan in January. We flew into Chicago and drove from Chicago into Michigan. It snowed the entire time. But I did go to Lake Michigan while it was kind of like half frozen, but the water was it was really beautiful. And not as like, as I thought it would be, but I didn't like it. I was like, there's too much snow. I want to go home. I didn't get to stay out there long enough to see how it smells. Oh, with it snows. Okay, yeah. It was terrible. But at least y'all had like snow trucks and shovels and like they was scooping it. But it was so much snow, girl. I have never seen that much snow in my life. I was like, it is like piles of snow up to here that they done. Why is it still snowing? Like, that's so crazy, y'all. Winters, I would not survive. Okay. Love you too, Esther. Have a good night. Sleep well, girl. See you later. Oh, man. Yeah. Michigan was beautiful, though. I will say that. It was beautiful. It was too much snow for me, and I couldn't stand it. I'm from Texas. It's very warm. It's very hot out here. So, that's another thing about like the hair care. Everybody feels like their hair gets frizzy and things like that when it's hot and it's humid outside. So my hair care approach is helping us to stay nice and silky in the summertime. Now, I ain't as silky as I ought to be because I ain't wrapped my hair properly. But and I don't have like a relaxer or like any keratin treatments or anything like that on my hair. And it be like this for the most part. Now if it get wet, it gets so curly. But humidity, like the humidity and moisture in the air and it being hot and like sweating and all of that, it makes my hair kind of like, of course, like you sweat your hair out, you know what I'm saying? It's not as smooth as it would be if I had just like freshly flat ironed it. But I mean, dang, for summertime and I'm able to walk around like this. Like if I had to leave the house right now, I could, and I wouldn't feel like I look crazy. Now, I'm gonna say I'm on point, but I don't look crazy. I could go outside like this if I needed to. So that's like amazing to be able to do out here. We do not get all the seasons out here. I would love that though. Like, I wish fall is my favorite season, and I wish that we got more fall time here in Texas. It's like it's always hot or really, really cold out here. And it plays back and forth in between. And every once in a while, like every blue moon, we get perfect weather. Ooh, and I love those days. Those like mid to low 60 days when it's like nice weather. You can go outside. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. You could go for a walk, go to the park. I love those kinds of days. But unfortunately, we don't get them very often. Our leaves don't be like turning colors and it be all nice and fall time outside. We like that. It don't even be like that no more. It's just like always summer and then it'd be like a little pinch of winter. Yeah. It's still winter. Wow. That's crazy. We are definitely in the heat of some. If we were at 102 today, 102 degrees today. And last year we had so many like 109, 110 days. But apparently I heard that like Nevada gets hotter, like Vegas gets even hotter than Texas. I'm like, oh, that's like desert heat. I would not be able to make it through that. That's crazy. For it to be that daggone hot. That's like halfway to hell. No. I would love to live somewhere where it's cool all the time, like an island. I went to Jamaica last year, and it was so beautiful. Even when it rained, it was nice outside. It do get hot, but it was nice outside for the most part. I would love to live somewhere tropical like that. I say that because I love the water, but then as soon as a storm come, I'll be scared under the table somewhere. I'll be terrified. Y'all, I just really wanted to come through and talk about networking. I wanted to encourage everybody that's out there, whether you have a full-fledged business or even if you're just out there kind of like side hustling, or even if you're not, even if you work, you know what I'm saying, a 9 to 5. I encourage everybody to network because you never know who you're talking to, and you could come across like-minded people that may bring things out of you that you never would have imagined, simply because y'all minds got together and started thinking. That whole saying that two brains are better than one, two heads are better than one, that stuff is true. Yes, good night, Ava. I'm going to bed too. Y'all have a great and wonderful night. Get out there and put yourself out there and talk to people and be kind. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. And I'll see y'all next live.